Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Flynn, and in this video, I'm going to single-handedly destroy the entire gaming industry in Mad Games Tycoon 2. I'm going to get multiple Game of the Year awards every single year and make hundreds of billions of dollars, all while making the same exact garbage game. So let's get right into it. Starting off, we're going to name our company Worst Company Incorporated. No deception here, people will know exactly what they're getting with our products. For our glorious leader, we're going to go with Bobby Bodick. I feel that's about right. If you know, you know. We'll be playing with the default settings. You can change the speed at which things are developed or the amount of competitor companies, which in our case, since we're doing the normal amount, that will be about 100. For the map, let's choose Palm Beach Resort. I think that will provide a nice backdrop. And also, I like the larger warehouse type building. So, all right, let's jump right into the game. So Bobby here traveled back in time to 1976. He wants more boats, obviously, but more important than money, he wants power. So he's going to use the secrets he learned through his long career to jumpstart Worst Company Incorporated, and the goal is to get a monopoly on the entire gaming industry in under 10 years, if that's possible. Alrighty, let's zone off some office spaces. We want to pack it in as much as possible to maximize profits and productivity. We don't need any of these paintings on the wall. We want our employees, to be focused completely on their computers and nothing else. I guess we'll keep the heating units. If their fingers get too cold, they won't be able to type, and we don't want that. For the bathroom, just a single stall, right in front of the door. That's perfect. If there's too many stalls, people will spend too much time in the bathroom, and we don't want that. We need them sitting at their desks. For the lounge, I can't remove the window sadly, but we'll just put a single chair here so they can get a slight glimpse of the outdoors, because that's all they'll see of it while they work here. Okay, that's fantastic. Let's put Bobby in his chair to work on our first game. So our goal is to make the same exact game over and over. Now, I chose role-playing games as our specialty. A specialty basically means that you don't get a review score penalty for developing the same game over and over. I believe it's random, the options you get. Looks like we have puzzle games, which is actually really nice because the topic is currently trending, even though there are no games on the market yet. But even though I chose the wrong game specialty, I don't think it will matter too much. Alright, so let's name this game Puzzler Guzzler. Perfect. For our main topic, let's do Dwarves, a fantastic dwarf puzzle game. Let's release it for the Tapple. It'll be an exclusive. Alright, now this is where Bobby's power of time travel will come into play. So he already knows this is the best combination for puzzle games in particular. He's already cracked the code, if you will. Okay, now that we are working on the game, let's hire some new employees. For our research department, let's hire Oksana. Perfect, she's a nature lover. She'll love our break room then. Okay, now that our first game is finished, we need a publisher, at least for now. Let's choose Tai2 because they have a stronger market for puzzle games. Let's see what our score is. 74%. Not bad for our first game, and we've unlocked sequels. Fantastic. And we are the #1 game out of 2 choices, sure, but we'll take it. And it's selling like hotcakes. Look at that, that's a ton of money. Now it's time to expand and hire more employees. Alrighty, let's immediately release a sequel. Puzzler Guzzler 2. It's the same exact game, and fans are hyped. Wonderful. Okay, so it's pretty much the same score as before, and #1 game again. I mean, look at that, we just made our first $1 million, but it's not enough. We want so much more money. Okay, so I've just realized that we need to cut down on company spending. There's a fee for basically every amenity in the office. We don't need hand dryers or trash cans. Let's also get rid of the heater. We want it to be as cold as possible in the bathroom so people don't stay in there. Also, apparently water is an extra $50 a month. I think that's a waste of company money, so I deleted them, and now we just have coffee makers, which for some reason are actually less expensive. Plus, it will keep everybody hyper-focused and working, so no gossiping around the water coolers. Our third game is now ready. We'll just keep all those bugs in there, who cares? And it's a 76%. Not bad, #1 game again. Just look at all those profits. Alright, so I've done a bit of expanding and hired some more workers, and we can just pump out as many of these games as possible. Just about every game we release goes straight to #1 and continues to dominate the charts. Our first game is still for sale, which is kind of funny. So we've just maxed out our publisher reputation. Normally this means that we can start taking exclusive contracts with them, but we don't care about that. And this game is a hit. Look at that, it's the best game we've ever made. Now, the reason this is happening is because each time we complete a game, we level up a little bit, and we get better at making the same games, like with the same topic the next time around. Our first game was just taken off the market. Oh no, it's a good thing we have 8 more. Okay, since we have so much money, let's buy the building next door. Our plan is to set up our own production lines so that we can skip the publisher and just make all the profits for ourselves. Oh, look at that, there's a game convention. We can only showcase 3 of our games. And look at our fans, they never grow tired of Puzzler, they just can't get enough of it. Now that production is researched, let's set up some machines, and of course we'll need a storage room. Okay, time for another sequel. Let's put a space here because technically it's a different game and we can't use the exact same name, but we want things to be as confusing as possible for the customers so they won't know what game to buy. Not like it matters anyway because it's the same exact game. We really want to research console development. That's where you gain insane amounts of money. We don't quite have enough yet. We need 10 million, but we'll get there soon. Now that we can publish our games, let's just raise the price as much as possible. Release it next week. Oh, fantastic, another hit game. Currently we have 3 games with the same exact name in the top 3 places on the charts. Keep in mind this is only the 2nd year of our company, so this is perfectly balanced. Okay, the next trend is also puzzle games for some reason, but that works out in our favor, of course. Oh look, we've won Developer of the Year and multiple other trophies, so that's fantastic. Let's just put them here. Okay, fantastic. Now everyone has to walk around them in order to get anywhere. I'm sure that's very motivating for them. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's start the hostile takeover and buy our first company. Minisoft and Nintendo are way too expensive. Let's pick one a little more towards the bottom for now. Hudson, perfect, let's buy them. Alright, that's our first company, and now, as always, we just need more money. Look at that, we've swept the Game Awards again, fantastic. And if we check the charts, we have all the top selling games of all time. People just love puzzles. And we also have the most valuable IP valued at $12.6 million, and this is 1978, so that's a lot of money. Okay, now we are starting a sequel before the previous game is even released. And let's get started on our console production. Let's make it as crowded as possible. We need technicians, so let's put out a job posting. Okay, now that we're getting technicians, let's start on our console. They are absolutely broken in this game. Let's call it the KFC console. Everybody wants that. What's the worst? What about bright yellow? Perfect. Okay, we are already at the point where we can publish a new sequel within a week of the previous one releasing, so that's a wonderful pace. I'm sure our employees love the never-ending crunch time. I mean, they always have something to do. Alrighty, our console is ready for release. It cost $2 million to make, but we'll definitely make our money back on it. Let's price it at $5.99 and launch. Okay, not bad reviews. Within 3 weeks, we've already made all our money back and then some, so that's fantastic. Time for a handheld console. We'll name it the Mick Console, make it a nice neon pink. Perfect, now it's impossible to miss. I've released a few more games now, and we absolutely swept the rewards once again. Look at that, we're a prestigious game studio now. Now that we're getting a steady income from these consoles, it's time to start buying companies. Minisoft is still way too expensive. Let's buy Kamani. Nice. Wait, an employee has resigned? I can't imagine why. Let's release them a console. Okay, 7.5, not too bad. Let's work on a pro version of our first console since it's selling so well. Now we need a much higher market share, so it's time to start pumping out as many games as possible to increase the amount of games on our console. To facilitate this, let's expand a little bit more. We still only have a single bathroom, so everyone has to walk from one building to another, which is perfectly inconvenient. We love that. They need to be encouraged to remain in the same place and keep working. Okay, the money is absolutely pouring in at this point. We almost have a monopoly on the handheld market. And my plan is to save up to buy out the biggest companies and shut down all of their consoles to where it's just ours left. Let's start with Nintendo. Yes, you're mine now. And shut down all of their consoles. Let's take a quick loan out to purchase Minisoft. Fantastic. Market share is shot up already. Now we can actually slow down game production, and to save money we can start to fire people. Oh no, employees are in a bad mood. In fear for their jobs? I can't imagine why. Okay, let's fire these people also. And destroy these rooms to make way for console production. Now that we have 100% monopoly on the handheld market, we can charge the max amount for a dev kit, and the NPCs have to buy it. They don't have a choice if they want to develop games, which a game studio's business usually revolves around that, so that's perfect for us. Okay, so it's a little time later, and we've been putting all our profits into buying other companies. This is the last one we can get at the moment. There's actually a time gate on some of them. The game won't let you buy them immediately. You have to wait a period of time before they become available. Okay, so we've been expanding a bit more, spent $100 million on this warehouse here, and moved everyone over. And one thing I've noticed is that since there's no bathroom, they just have to run all the way over to the single bathroom, and some of them can't even make it. They just pee on the floor right in the middle of the room. Wait, employees are quitting? Jeez Louise, why would they do that? Luckily we have this robot to clean up after everyone. Morale is down to 24% and people are quitting left and right, but hey, we own every company on the top 10 list, so that's wonderful. We are officially publishing every single game, no matter how trash it is, like this one, which is literally garbage. We pretty much have a complete monopoly now, which was one of our original goals, and we just passed $1 billion, which is great. But our other goal is to release an absolute trash game and have it win Game of the Year, so let's do that. We need to work on the best console of all time, which means that we need a lot of research to put into hardware. So let me go to Giant Room very quickly. Perfect, and since there aren't enough researchers, let's just hire everybody, whether they're qualified for the job or not. Let's just throw everybody at this. Fantastic, that'll produce great results. Look at all these busy people working away. Okay, the year is now 2005. I've actually fired every employee and replaced them with production machines. Look at little Bobby, all alone in his office, surrounded by trophies. But now we can finally purchase our last company, Kung Entertainment. You're mine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we can finally execute our diabolical plan. We will now cripple and bring down the entire gaming industry and shut down every single studio. Cue the music! Okay, wonderful. Now that we are the only studio left, let's make a garbage game and call it Game of the Year. And only one language, let's make that Chinese. No features, only controller support. And no surprise, this game is absolute trash. Got a 1%. Fantastic. All we do now is wait. Well, okay, we won Game of the Year, but who are these people? I closed them down last year. How can they win this? I did it again and pretty much the same thing has happened. Okay, so I loaded up another save. You may recognize this one if you've seen my previous video on this game, but I think it might be a glitch. The same thing happened again, but this time it's Nintendo. But anyway, I wanted to show you just how far you can actually take this. I have over $200 billion. I could probably get to $1 trillion if I just left the game running. And most of that is my free-to-play MMO full of microtransactions. And since it's the only game, it had over 150 million active users at one point and has over 400 million downloads. I also have the top of every single chart. Also, it doesn't matter what I release, I will make a bunch of money and be the #1 best-selling game. And I have a handheld that's just sold over 1 billion units. I mean, look at all these console sales, this is insane. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope you enjoyed and that all of you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Maybe the next video will be in space, who knows.